Horse here when it came to me, 6-7 weeks ago, you couldn't touch him with a whip. He was very jumpy about it. Good boy.
Why was he so jumpy?
Well, it's just in sometimes if you use a whip on a horse under saddle, and you touch him on the backside, for instance, like if I touched him there. Now, if a lot of the time the horse will kick up at that. You go, oh shit, I won't touch him with the whips because that makes him jumpy. And the problem is if you take it away when he kicks up, you actually teach the horse to kick at the whip. So you actually train him to be jumpy to the whip. So yeah, like if I've got a horse here, is he still jumpy? If I've got a horse that's touchy to the whip, I'll get the whip all over them. So you've got two things. I can move here and draw him to me, right? Which works great, but it only gives you limited control in my opinion. So you'll get them going around you, which you'll see, like he'll go around. You might even use, and if he stays off the edge of the round yard, that's perfect, because he's not using the wall to stay with you. So that's great that he yields and goes around, but if you don't have control of the shoulders, you're very limited on what you're able to do at liberty. So once you want to teach him to rear, like for instance in the film industry, the rearing is very, so we've got a camera here and we wanted him to rear here. He must keep his back legs planted there and only rear there, so the stuntman can fall off or whatever and land on a mark. So I'm very anal about making sure that the horse has extreme control of his feet, not just going around and maybe laying down here or laying down there. They've got to lay down right there because it's a mark. So I'm all about wanting to be slow and lots of control of just each step. Good boy. He's standing like a big star. He's good love stuff. And I do admire this horse. I love this horse. He's a dude at the same. He's a bit cranky here and there, but he has his pretty chilled. He's got a bit of a quarter horse mind on him in a Warmblood, which is quite rare. Good. So you see, it's kind of informal. Give him some space. I might touch him on the butt. Come over here. Good boy. Right, and I want to wait for that hind leg to yield across, where his mind comes to me more. There we go, like that. And then I just walk away, give him some space. And then now, here you see, does this horse look peaceful to everybody?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that is the ultimate goal. If they're a bit tight, all I'm working on is just making them feel peaceful. Because the peaceful mind is going to be trained so much easier, and it's going to stay in their head rather than tense. You know, it's like people. If you're going to be at work or something, the more tense you are, the less you can absorb. So the more peace you can make him feel, the better. And this side's a little bit ordinary because he is weaker on there. So I'm going to try and encourage him a little bit. What I'm going to do is drop the whip out here in front, which he understands. But I'll use the fence a little bit and I'll go, all right, I want you more there. Did everyone see him step across behind then?
Yeah.
They step there, they get centered, and they let go. Because if they don't let go, they're always going to be tight, and they'll be a little confused about what you want to ask to do next. I like horses that will just stand there and just wait. A lot of the time that isn't always the case, but that's where I'm always trying to head. Rather than putting on some fancy deal or whatever, it's just about horse at peace, stay still. Good boy. So if I wanted to call him to me now, I know if I went like this with the whips, he's not gonna come to me, all right? Because I like to use the lash whip. So I'll get to one side, right? And I'll drop the lash whip out behind him, and it's like, hey, you better move over here. Good boy, there. So right there, he gave me the right peaceful let go stride. So then I just give him some space. Because the more that you can make them feel peace with you, the more they want to be with you. Then they'll trust you to guide them, and then they're more willing. Because you want to make them willing. They've got to like doing the job. Because when you let a horse go out in 10,000 acres and there's a helicopter with a camera up its backside, you want to know it's going to run to the safe place, not freak out and run some other direction. Like if I had my whips and I step backward, he should come towards me, right? Now if that was tequila, she'd come to me. He doesn't understand that at all. No matter what I do, if I move too much, I'll probably scare him. So what I do is I get a little bit off to the side because he understands that. Good. Same deal here. And it's very good. You get some horses will try and control which side you're going to be on. He's pretty balanced. Good boy. There. So I've got the left eye. I'll get back into the right eye. Good. There's a space to leave him be. Then leave him be. He's pushing his ribs at me a little bit there, so I'll just touch him. Say, no, it's not on. Good. There we go. So right now he's coming to me. So I've got impulsion and forwardness moving to me, so I can just put the whips out like this. And I cheat. And go, good boy. Good boy. So it still means nothing. Stopping means nothing. So I just keep the whips in front of him. Good boy. To let him know it's okay. So you see that when the whip gets behind his eye, he wants to run. Right? So no problem. There, he's a piece. So you just leave it be. So now I should be able to get the whips around him. Because I don't want him to think every time I touch him with the whip, I want him to move. Good boy. So I'll just block him. Good boy. And just let him know it's okay. Good boy. Because you want to get this done as peacefully as possible. I'll put the whips around him again. And I'll just move here because I want him to stop. I just want him to stop and chill out. Right, so I'm just going to block him. Forward. Good boy. I want him to stay there. Good boy.
Cody, how do you maintain peace when there is chaos around you? Your expertise is working on film sets where it's loud, it's noisy, it's crazy. How do you keep centered and peaceful with your horse?
This bit here that I'm showing everybody happens at home. So the bit ideally is around you they can't even see out of. So the only thing they can look at is you. That is the ideal way to train a Liberty horse. So if you're going to try and train this stuff when there's distractions, you're going to fail. You might get a little bit of something done, but it's the less distracted the horse is around, the more he's going to focus on you. So this here is the beginning of teaching a horse to put up with pressure. So when the wheels fall off and something scares the horse wants to run away, and you just step back and say, hey, no, come over here. And he goes, oh, there you are. Because you are the horses, when you get on a film set, or anything, even in a show situation, if the horse can't trust in you, who the hell can he trust in? So you see these horses licking now, and I'm sure a lot of people understand enough about horses that that it's licking, he's relaxing or whatever. It's actually a release of tension. It's just like, okay, this is cool. I feel kind of comfortable in this situation. But you see, he's trying to avoid me, doesn't want me to pat me, so I abort. Right? If I'm going to pat him again, there should be no reaction. It should be soft.
Okay.
Good boy.
I can't believe how calm he is, and yet we're in a ring under the
Me
lights,
either.
hundreds of people, and it's totally centered.
I'm surprised how calm he is. I'm actually really stoked how calm he is, because this is a great sort of textbook way it should be. And if you've done enough groundwork, this stuff happens really fast.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen always. You get some horse that just goes, here, you're done. And you're in here for 2 hours trying to get something done. And they're sweaty and angry. But I'm really impressed with how this horse has reacted.
So are we.